The Browns leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Browns and the Hawks next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. So you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason.
Patterson is the kicker, and he's got it on the tee. And off we go from Lumen Field. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has...
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
The Seahawks offense ready now for their second drive. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Slot man in motion right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. He'll drop to throw. Taking off. A gain there of 21. It's a Browns first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they have the first down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field, the run game and the pass game.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Browns.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Browns will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. Woo. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5, and that's going to set up 3rd down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. To the air now on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll look to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. And he keeps the legs moving able to get it down inside the 5. 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. They bring their tight end right. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. We'll try to get this one on the ground. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And he'll have the 1st down. They'll get him up around the 37. They'll throw out of the gun. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Right back to him on 1st down. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. No issues there. This one is good. And the Seahawks build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the 2nd half.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Open man, right side, he's got it. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Jones motioning here. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. Now this looks like a design run. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. He'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Browns are back within a score. It's now 17-10. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Palmer now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Slot man in motion left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here 1st and 10. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Cleveland.
You just don't see a lot of running backs given the chance to make those sort of plays, especially against double coverage. But he continues to come up big for his quarterback. He's going to continue to give him every shot in the world.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Jones motioning here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send him right out of the slot. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
And the Browns first down.
Jones motioning here. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to the ground after the penalty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man, that's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
An And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. Man in motion here is Jennings. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yard.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. First and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. 2nd down and 3. Throwing now from the gun. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Browns' 1st down.
Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Jones motioning here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man is Jennings. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Oh! Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to have the Seahawks first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the fourth quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
All right, good effort, just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Now a run on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They're able to bounce back and